is this morning really not that bad. I got ways of getting through this. I start talking to my cat. We ain't decided what to do. But my cat's getting nervous. You know she's worried about my heart. It's the only one here now, and she's scared it's gonna stop. She has to listen to me. And she'd like to go to sleep. I'm amazed at what this did to me. I never thought she'd leave, but there's a lie I have to live with, lie I must believe. I can still hear her screaming why. She's not the one that left, she's the one that cried.
Wayne Whiteside on GJRB with Worried About My Heart, his latest on the GJRB playlist. Here on Spreaker across America and GJRB Online, the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra on a somewhat overcast, humid Saturday afternoon here in Clinton. On GJRB Online on the Spreaker public site, the Spreaker platform, absolutely great podcast community where a lot of people just come in and go out and come in again and join us on their cell phones. They listen on their smartphones, or they listen on Facebook or Twitter, anywhere where this show's available. Just find somewhere we can listen to it. And we just have a good time doing radio, which is kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? We just have a blast and talk about news and stuff and weather. And it's called the Saturday Extra, even though I don't. I put out the wrong program. I usually kind of copy paste the wrong program, but this is the Saturday Extra. And my guest is maybe later on, if things go good, hoping that Ben will join us. I'm going to give him a call after the top of the hour to see if he's around. So we're going to do that here in just a little bit. So keep it here on GJRB Online, and we'll do that. Now, the reason why you see the title change there, Gary Russen Program 7/12/19, that was yesterday's program. I marked the wrong one, but that's okay. I can change that. I can change the title anytime by going into the edit part of it and change the title. But I do that for my own reason. It's a difference between the beginning of the program and it's like the difference between the beginning of the program and the same. When I'm posting the same title, it gets confusing to me whenever I go back through it, because I say, okay, which is what part, and be it that I do that 45. I broadcast offline. I run it offline for a while before I go on to give myself extra time. When I flip over, and give the same title, it gets confusing as to what part it is on the show. So I will sometimes, repost the same title, but I do that so that I know which program it is. So that's the wrong date, but that's just for me for my purposes. But I do change the title later. It's so that I know what part I'm in, and know that I'm on the other half of the hour, so that I know where to flip, to the new hour. So that's why I do that. But I change the title later by going into Spreaker, and I can change the title to where I want it. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to continue the Gary Russen Program Saturday Extra. Got some temperatures and stuff we want to do here in weather. So we're going to do another weather on the fives, and give some national temperatures here. So I thought we'd do that across the state, different parts of the world, give you our temperature. So let's do weather on the fives here on the Gary Russen Program Saturday Extra, right here on GJRB Online. Take a look at some temperatures across the nation. 85 degrees and sunny in Los Angeles, California. In Salem, Massachusetts, you guys are at 83 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Paducah, Kentucky's at 91 and partly cloudy. Omaha, Nebraska, checking in with 90 and partly cloudy skies. Ben posted me, hey Gary, sorry, I'm already just need to charge phone a minute. My PC got fried the other day from a thunderstorm. Ooh, man, that's not good. Okay, Ben, whenever you're ready, just let me know. If you can't make it on today, we are on every week live here, every Saturday afternoon, unless I have a music show or a music weekend. But otherwise, I'm slated back on the air again, So I can understand that one. But I was doing the temperature, so let's pop that in one more time here. Yeah, that, during a thunderstorm, because I know you guys had some pretty nasty weather. But you know what you got to do? What I always do is to make sure whenever you're in a severe thunderstorm situation or weather gets bad, to shut down your computer, because I do that all the time. especially if I know that it's just going to be a severe storm, I shut the computer down right away. I usually make it a point to do that. And like we got like here in Iowa today, it's overcast right now, and they're predicting some thunderstorms late this afternoon. Now, if it were in a situation where a storm would crop up, like when I'm on the air, what I would do is I would have to suspend the show and shut the computer down. If it got really, really, really bad, I would go off the air. I've had that happen to me, though. And I'll tell you about that later. I want to finish up by some of my temperatures, because I have a few more I wanted to do. Popping back over to the weather on the fives. With Los Angeles, Paducah, Kentucky. Well, maybe Clinton's I have there. Why do I always do that? Okay, let's see other places. Houston, Texas is reporting in 89 degrees under cloudy skies. And we'll check weather in your neck of the woods in the next half hour. Weather on the fives, 25 and 55 minutes past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 45 on all talk shows. And if we're in a conversational moment where I pass the window for weather on the fives, I do weather any time in the hour that ends in 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour. And, of course, if I'm in the middle of a song or I start a song and I pass that weather on the fives window, you can bet I'll have another weather on the fives coming up shortly in the next 5. So, weather on the fives right here on GJRB Online. 25 and 45 minutes past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 55 talk shows. And you got it on the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. I'm going to be flipping in for the new hour. And be right back. I've got some more good stuff coming your way here on the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, right here on GJRB Online. And glad you could be with me today. Always fun talking with you. And we're going to check some baseball scores. I know the Cubs played this afternoon. I'm going to check some other. Oh, wait a minute. We got a call coming in right now on the speaker line. So let's get that answered real quick. And let's see here. I just heard that call come in. Well, come on, hurry up, you stupid computer. What is that, Pokey? Oh, okay. Hello? Hello? Oh, lovely. Let's see. Yeah, wonderful. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi, hon.
Am I on the radio?
Yeah, you're on the radio. Lovely.
Hold on a second.
Wonderful. I got a second. Okay, I got a second. Headed in a second. 3:59:30. Lovely.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now I can hear you.
Wonderful. Lovely.
I have something very important to tell you.
What's that?
Do not accept a friendship from Hormel.
Yeah.
It might be spam.
Oh, it might be spam. Okay. Yeah. Lovely. Yeah, lovely. Fabulous. Yeah, I got a recording of that. Artie Johnson from Laughing going very interesting. Yeah. You still there? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where you went there. Because that's my top of the hour time tone. I gotta have that on there, you know. Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Alexa. Alexa. Any advice?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, okay.
Alexa. Any advice?
When you face a fork in the road, be thankful. It is better than a fork in the foot.
Lovely.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Comes over real clear.
Alexa. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Cook. Cuckoo? Oh my gosh. Is it 1 o'clock already?
Lovely. Lovely.
I thought I would make your day to give you a phone call.
Well, thank you, love. Because I don't know if Ben's going to get here. He says his phone needs charged, so I don't know when he's going to be on. So,
Well,
yeah, he I guess a thunderstorm back in Pittsburgh fried his computer.
oh, lovely.
Marvelous. So, yeah, I had a suggestion for him that ahead of a thunderstorm, he should make sure that his computer is shut off. So I'm going to give him that advice if he does call.
You know, you're one good-looking dude.
Oh, thank you, love.
Well,
What? Yeah. Is
I will
that
see you tomorrow.
is that a deep subject?
No, it's a hole in the ground.
Lovely. Fabulous.
Honey, you're awesome.
You're awesome.
Well, I'll see you when you get home, dear.
Okay, dear. Love you.
Hey, don't. Never mind. I got something important to tell you. If you trip, you could fall.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Which I've done on a number of occasions. Lovely. Could be a painful experience. So. Lovely.
Well, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Alexa.
Alexa who?
Alexa who?
I didn't hear that. Please try that again.
Lovely.
Alexa. May I pull your chain?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Oh, lovely.
Alexa. Why did the cow cross the road?
To get to the other side.
Well, see, the cow does the same thing a chicken does. Lovely.
Alexa. Why did the snake cross the road?
To prove that it wasn't chicken.
Ba-doom-tsh. Oh, I should get my. I have a drum roll here somewhere. I'll have to get. Wait a minute. Let me.
Hey, Gary.
Huh?
How'd you like that?
Yeah.
Why did the snake cross the road to prove it wasn't chicken?
Oh, to prove it wasn't chicken? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then.
Lovely.
I'm starting to sound a lot like you more.
Scary, isn't it?
Am I picking up your habits, dear?
I think so.
Does the wife usually picks up her husband's habits?
I think so. Lovely.
Hey.
Fabulous.
Well, I'll see you when you get home.
Okay, see me when I get home, which is just across.
I'll be home.
Hey.
You think you'll run into me today?
Yeah. I'm just across the door. Yeah.
On the other side.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Alexa. Why did Gary cross the road?
I think that joke responder may be able to help with that.
Lovely.
No, thank you. Honey, why did you cross the road?
I don't know. Why did I cross the road? Probably I don't know.
To get to the other side?
Yeah, lovely. Fabulous.
I love you, hon.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, okay. To cross the other side or yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, anyway, enough of that. It's 5 minutes after 4 o'clock in the Central Time Zone right now, 5:05 Eastern Time, and it is 2:05 Pacific, and you are listening to GJRB Online on Spreaker across America. This is the GJRB Online Network. And this is the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, where we have fun and wonder why and all that good stuff. Got a lot of interesting things, and I would have flipped over to part 2 and what you call it, so I'm going to stay here and round up this part because we'd probably be going in. It's about 25 minutes. Let's see, 6 plus 25, they'd be about, let's see, lovely. Let's see, I gotta go to my calculator for a minute. 6, oh, lovely. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, calculator right here. About 31. So that would be past the half-hour mark anywho. So I'll probably just go ahead and stay here and then flip over to the top of the hour anyway, because we'd just be at that half-hour hard break. So I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what happens with Ben. His phone or his computer's fried by the thunderstorm. So I don't know if he's going to call us on his phone or what's going to happen there. So we're going to see in this next hour. So probably do then, if he doesn't call between now and 4:30, we'll take that hard break at 4:30 and come back and do another 50 minutes of nonstop talk and music, and maybe he'll call or not, depending on the situation. The Gary Russen Program Saturday Extra on GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America, and I'm hoping he does get on because I wanted to ask him a couple of questions. One of them was an interesting story that happened in Pittsburgh that I thought was interesting. This news story in Pittsburgh was the North Hills, which is a major shopping district in the city of Pittsburgh. They had a large sinkhole, which I don't know, was a parking lot of one of their major stores, something like that. And did some extensive damage, I guess, with all the saturated ground. As I know they've been getting some nasty weather back home, because I know my sister was, bad situation there. And we're going to continue talking about this other one here, looking at that video again. We're going to talk about that. I wanted to talk that with you because I sent him that video of the perfume bottle and the air-conditioned car thing. And somehow, like I said before, it just didn't sound right to me. So I want to talk about that. And let's see what happens, because I'm going to check with the Weather Nation people and see what's going on as far as that's concerned. So we're going to do that and see what's going on with that hurricane down in Louisiana. They're saying it's a Category 1, could hit landfall, so they said sometime this afternoon. So I might just do that until Ben comes on. I'm going to go to my Weather Nation. So I'm going to go to my Roku box and put in radio and get Weather Nation triggered here. Okay, come on, you stupid thing. Okay, because sometimes you just have to point it right at that Roku box, and it should pop in, and it's not. So I'm wondering if batteries are dead or what. All I know is a blockage here. Hang on a second. Love them. Okay, there's that. Okay, should something was by blocking the signal to my Roku box. I'm going to try it again. Here we go. Blocking the signal, you're not going to get anything working here. So I'm going to go to the Weather Nation right now and see if there's any information on that tropical storm down in Louisiana, which they're saying is a hurricane. So I'm going to check here in just a couple of minutes as soon as that pops in full, and see what's going on with that. Let's see if they are even on the air live with some coverage there. They're running a commercial right now. So I'm going to go over to the thing here. Very still a tropical storm, no category according to them. And I'm looking at it right now, and we'll take here in just a few minutes. It looks like a low pressure system right there over Nebraska. Got Salt Lake City, Denver, Well, the high pressure and low pressure down there in New Orleans, and that's where some of that storm is. Let's take a look at some of the. We're going to wait now until we get to the temperatures nationwide here. So I'll do that real quick and see what's going on. Some of the high temperatures today, let's take a look at it. 94 degrees expected in Billings, Montana. 88 degrees in Bismarck. 75 degrees expected in Seattle, Washington. 79 in Portland, Oregon. San Francisco, California checking in at 72. But take a look at Las Vegas, Nevada. Wow, 111 in Las Vegas, Nevada expected today. 111. Holy cow. 88 degrees in Los Angeles. 109 in Phoenix. Expected for Phoenix, Arizona. 100 in El Paso, Texas. 96 degrees expected in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 95 in Denver, Colorado. Going across the nation, we got 92 expected in St. Louis. Wichita, Kansas expecting 91. 91 in Atlanta, Georgia. 93 in Orlando. And 88 degrees in Miami. Some of the temperatures in some of those areas. Taking a look at some more temperatures across the nation. Let's see if we get any more. Some more highs. Fargo, North Dakota, 86. In Des Moines here, 90. In Des Moines here in the state of Iowa, 91. Expected 92 in Kansas City. Further east in Cleveland, 86 degrees expected for Cleveland, Ohio. 94 for Cincinnati. 92 for Baltimore. And 94 degrees expected in Raleigh, North Carolina. 89 degrees in Jacksonville. Tampa, Florida is expecting 92. Here is tracking Barry right now.
Continue to be on Tropical Storm Barry. We continue to track what's happening in areas like Morgan City, Louisiana. This was an abandoned structure, but it's still causing some concerns with flying debris. Look at that roof just completely torn off of that old hotel. And again, there are some concerns across south central Louisiana, Chelsea, as we see some of those gusty winds persist, but maybe a bigger threat will be all that rain and storm surge.
Yeah, the rain and the storm surge and the river floodings are definitely the main concerns, but again, with these grounds being very saturated, any gusty wind above 50 miles an hour, even at 50 miles an hour, trees can come down, power lines. So just make sure you are staying in place or heeding the evacuation warnings. But this is what we can expect with rainfall forecast as we go over the next several hours and into the next couple of days with Tropical Storm Barry. You'll notice that a lot of these impacts are pretty much along the Mississippi River and into the Mississippi River valleys, essentially. And the track of the system is looking to be a little more westerly, but all of that rain is going to be on the eastern side of it. So just because you might not be in one of the tracks doesn't mean we aren't going to see impacts from it. You can see rain stretches all the way up almost through the entire state of Kentucky and clipping southern parts of Ohio with some of this rain that could fall upwards of 3 inches in localized areas farther to the north. And we're looking at several inches, more than a foot to 2 feet in some locations of just rain coming from the sky. You'll notice that the river forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days, we're looking at moderate to major flooding along the rivers, again, on top of the storm surge, on top of the rain coming from the sky. So if you are in a mandatory evacuation zone as these rivers get close to the levee, or if they breach them, make sure you're taking the precautionary measures to stay safe. You'll notice that it only takes a foot of water to float a car. So if you come up to the high water, definitely turn around and find an alternative route. And flooding can occur in all 50 states. It's not just centered to where we have hurricanes. It's not just centered to where we have major rain events. It's a widespread concern across all 50 states. For the rest of the day, though, we're going to continue to watch that risk for these strong storms and the spin-ups to occur as the rest of the outer band rains start to move in. And remember, this is a rotating system, so anything that kind of eddies off could be an isolated spin-up. But now we're also going to turn our attention out into the mid-Atlantic, a little bit farther to the east. We do have another system that we'll just have to put in the back of our minds. You'll notice that it could strengthen just a tiny little bit, but we really don't know a lot of details with this. It's still kind of mixing in with some of the Saharan dust. But this is something else we'll have to watch as it gets tracking a little bit farther westerly over the next several days. But speaking of this, we do still have a lot of hurricane season left to come. come. Here's what we can expect for the rest of the outlook this season with meteorologist Carissa Kloss.
Hurricane season predictions are in. On Thursday, May 23rd, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration released their initial forecast on what to expect for this season.
Overall, the Atlantic hurricane season outlook calls for a near normal season with a 70% chance of 9 to 15 named storms with top winds at least 39 miles an hour.
Of those 9 to 15 expected systems, NOAA says it is likely that 4 to 8 of those will become hurricanes, of which 2 to 4 could escalate into major hurricanes, meaning Category 3, 4, or 5 on the Saffir-Simpson scale. The forecast considers large-scale weather patterns to make the outlook. These factors can either inhibit or help the development of tropical cyclones.
Atmospheric and ocean conditions that factored into this outlook include competing signals. On one hand, the ongoing El Nino is expected to persist and suppress activity in the Atlantic hurricane season. On the other hand, a combination of warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the tropical Atlantic and Caribbean combined with an enhanced West African monsoon favor increased activity.
Well-renowned forecasters at Colorado State University released their hurricane season outlook, also calling for a near-average season. Regardless of the forecast, the real message is preparedness.
Preparing means reviewing and creating your emergency evacuation plans and gathering your supplies now in case your area is hit by a hurricane.
No matter what the outlook, it's essential you learn your own risks for the hurricane season and have a plan in place long before a storm threatens. For Weather Nation, I'm meteorologist Carissa Kloss.
All right, you'll want to keep it tuned to Weather Nation through the duration of the hurricane season, as we will keep tabs on what is happening out there in the tropics. So right now with Barry, we've seen some impressive rainfall, especially around the Mobile Bay area. Officially at the Mobile Airport, about 3 1/3 inches of rain have fallen. Certainly, radar estimates in other parts of the Mobile Bay region in excess of 5-6 inches. We've seen over 6 inches in Ocean Springs, Mississippi so far. Fairhope, Alabama, about 3.5. And again, these are some preliminary totals. Unfortunately, they will probably continue to rise because the storm is such a slow mover. Look at this moisture. This is tomorrow, Sunday, and we're not seeing a whole lot of movement. Finally, as we get towards Monday, we'll see more of the moisture kind of spread out a little bit further to the north, but not quite done. We will still see some heavier downpours into Arkansas, into Missouri, and again, even as far north as the Ohio Valley. Bears watching here with some of that heavier rain. So again, isolated 10-12 inches of rain still to come, or maybe even locally more in some parts of Louisiana, but that corridor of heavy rain is now going to be pushed up the Mississippi River, which is bad news because for many along the Mississippi River, we are still in flood stage. And again, that influx of that deep Gulf moisture, very tropical moisture, and a very humid air mass surges to the north, giving some of those showers and thunderstorm chances a bit further to the north, the potential for some heavier rain. Now, here's a look at some interesting information. We're probably not going to break any records in terms of the rainfall with this tropical system, but it certainly bears watching. You want to continue to watch Weather Nation as we've got you covered here in the studio and out in the field. Take a look here. We've got our team of field correspondents on the ground covering Barry. Stay tuned.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover.
Okay, and that's your Weather Nation forecast for this hour. Weather Nation on GJRB Online here on Spreaker across America, where you can hear Weather Nation every hour during our live shows, the Gary Russen program, to keep on tabs on any storms that are brewing across America, whether on the 5s, 25 and 55 past the hour, or any time that ends in an hour, it ends in 5, here on GJRB Online. We had early weather on the 5s, just in case Ben were to call, because I wanted to see what was going on with Tropical Storm Barry, which I guess it's not very strong from what I could see. It's just triggering a lot of rain, a lot of heavy rain, but it's headed up toward the Mississippi Valley. And I guess it could head up toward our area too. I guess could do that because it's got extensive flooding. So a lot of this storm is pretty much all moisture, pretty much all rain. It's not really doing all that much as far as any wind damage, anything else of any severe nature. It's just a lot of rain more than anything. So, I mean, you got to figure that that's probably what it's going to be. And, yeah, we'll just see what happens. Because, you know, like I said, storms are unpredictable at this point. So we're going to keep an eye on these weather on the fives, and we'll keep you on top of what's going on in the national weather scene with Hurricane Barry. But if you want to continue to follow the Hurricane Barry situation, and you're going to leave us for a while, that's cool. You can get Weather Nation on a lot of great places, and one of them is your local. If your local cable company carries it, great. If you don't, get them to do so. They're fabulous. Not that I don't like the Weather Channel; they're great too. But Weather Nation is available on Roku. And also available on available on Roku. Also available on Pluto TV. So 24/7 weather information, Weather Nation, and they give you great weather information. They're on top of their game. They are. They're absolutely fabulous. I stand behind Weather Nation. They are great, and they give you good weather. I do like to follow them. They're fabulous. So we're going to let's see. Let's see. I'm going to take a hard break here at about 4:30, and then we'll be right back on the side, and I'll be doing 50 minutes of nonstop talk and music, and maybe in between somewhere Ben will call. You never know. So I thought we use the 7 minutes and just talk about some stuff as we continue. So why don't we go ahead and continue and do
let's scroll through social media.
That means Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all those. And we'll play that song a little later on too. Keith Brooks' latest song, So Long Baby Bye Bye, is our new song on our GJRB list. I'm looking at that song to become we'll play it later. I look at that song to become our pick of the week. Right now, our pick of the week is one I chose on my Tuesday Gary J in the Morning Show, and that is Samuel Day and his latest song, fabulous song. So we'll have that one coming up, and so stay tuned. The Gary Russen Program Saturday Extra. You're welcome to be part of the program. Give me a call if you want to get in the chat room. My wife called. It was fabulous. And you can call if you're a friend of mine on Facebook. If you're a follower on Facebook, just hit that call button by getting in my messenger, hitting that call button that rings in the Spreaker Studios. Or you can join me on Skype. That's Gary.Russen on Skype. And you can be on the radio with me there. And just absolutely fabulous, no matter what, you know. So we're going to go ahead now and go back to the main homepage here on Spreaker. And by the way, I want to take some time on the next time around, so we'll play that song after the next break, and we'll post on the MeWe and Convo after the hard break at the bottom of the hour. So check that out, okay? MeWe and Convo, and we'll do that, okay? Samuel Day has a new album project, and we're talking about it lately. It's called Reclaimers, and I want to promote that quite a bit. He has it all over Facebook. Absolutely fabulous project he's working on. So we're going to keep on top of that. As a matter of fact, striving for success and preparing character for it. A new vlog from Samuel Day. And, okay, good. Gonna check that out later. And here's something from a friend of ours that was living in this house on the other side of town, and she was living with us, Sarah Jessica Frenzen. She is down in Louisiana. She has some pictures here of the Gratina levee. Anyway, the water rose about 1.5 feet overnight, and it's still raining there, and wind as well. It's been a local public service announcement brought to you by your friendly neighborhood here. So be safe. Yeah. Wow, look at that. That's, you got some flooding there. Yeah, be safe. Let's see, what else do we have down the page here? New Democrats. Toxic chemical fire in Rochester, PA. I'm hoping that Ben calls. We want to talk about this fire. This happened, it was a chemical fire in Rochester and yesterday. And I want to talk to him about that one. This is not good. Rats over KFC and Taco Bell. So going to talk about that one. Where's that at? Get on that one. And some other great things coming up. So stay with me. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, here on GJRB Online. We're coming to the close of this segment here pretty quick. So we're going to get ready for a break. And so let's see. What's the length of that song? Oh, we missed it by 30 seconds. So what we'll do is we'll flip, and I'll play that song later on here. It's a good tune, so we'll have that coming up on our flip over as we continue the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, right here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Thanks a lot for tuning into the program. Always a pleasure bringing you the best in internet talk radio. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, right here on GJRB Online. And let's see, let's gonna bring that down and take care of that. And then what we'll do right there is take a promo break, and coming up in the next half hour, we will be bringing you more of the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. Got some more stuff to talk about. Stay with me. The Gary Russen program Extra, Saturday Extra, will continue in just a moment after this local break on the 9-foot signal of the GJRB Online Network.